Hi guys, just another update. I have welded and ground back the top of my horn, so I shall bring you on down, show you where I'm at. Righto, so as you can see, I have attached the table and the top of the horn to the table, so this is all one unit now. The exact positioning when I've finished the next stage, which is, I'll bring you down a bit lower. I have this piece of metal here, which is about 10mm thick. I'm grinding that flat so it's a nice 90-degree corner there. I've got a very small line marked through there which you can't see. I've just scribed a line down through here. I will be cutting it off there. It's going to be used in here. So effectively I'm making a plate that will cover all that section in there. It will be cut off at the surface. This then slides back in and covers it, so it will bunt up against there. So from this end all you'll see is this going like that and around down, so on and so forth. So that'll put an end cap effectively, hide all this interior, disguise the fact that it's not one big lump of steel but many pieces of steel put together. I'm not worried that it doesn't look like a cast anvil or anything like that, because it's not, but I do want it to look as solid as possible. I'm going to have it rounded off to meet up. This will be ground right back on these corners here, thickened up to about there, and effectively all this in here will be filled on both sides with weld. Yeah, that's where I'm up to. I'll get back to you once I've made this piece. Right, so cut him out, cut the shape out around there, and welded it on. It's like the welds down here, it's all going to be covered in that area, so don't need to worry about what it looks like. This area in here will also be covered, as I'm going to fill this entire area here with weld. So I've just sort of beveled the edges a bit, welded her on, so it's actually got a front on it now. Also makes it, not only does it make it more solid and strong, adds a bit of extra weight. I'm hoping to get rid of some of the ring out of it by having it solid there. Last time I made a video, I believe I had just showed you the base that had been welded together and talked about how I was going to weld the top and the bottom together and start working on the horn. I've had a go at that. It's been a while since I've had a chance to get to it, but I've done bits and pieces here and there, and I'll give you a bit of a look at how things are progressing. I think that's a reasonable view. Okay, she's all one unit now, so what I've done is attach the top and the bottom together. I'll try and, she's a heavy little beast now, so I'll bring that down. You might think that some of the welds I've done here are a bit ugly. They're not finished, as in Haven't finished doing all the big grind up and everything. I've started, but still a fair bit of way to go. I've done the major work on it, so this here, there's fair bit of work to do there. A lot of little pits to fill all the way along here. As you can see, it's not even cleaned up in there. I don't think last time I had welded on this plate on the bottom and made my tie down points, screw down, bolt down points. I've now put those in. There we go. So I've cut a recess into here so that when I put my hardy tools through and bang drifts through and things like that, there's plenty of room, clearance, stuff to come through and fall out. Some really cruddy spots in here, here. Some lines along here, they're all going to be tack welded. There's a bit of a join line along here, so I'm going to grind that back out. Bit of a V in there, put a deep weld in here. Originally this was along like that, and I joined the 3 railway tracks together. That was the join between the middle and the sides. I've since cut that out, so it's revealed a slight little crack deeper down. So I'll V that out and put a weld in there, fix that weld up. The horn. This is the major part that I've got left to do. Yeah, lots of ugly little holes in here because I had to build it up. Remember, I joined it together and filled up all the spaces in here and in here. So all the spaces that ran down through there. And that's all the join of the 2 pieces to the face and to the horn. That's going to be filled, all these holes in here, all this built up so that it comes more evenly down through here. And then I'll clean it all up, grind it all up, get the flat discs onto it later. Now this is kind of flat on top here. It's nice and round up this end, which of course from there you can't see. Maybe if I move that back to there you can. Yes you can. So nice and round here, comes up to a nice seam down the middle. From about there somewhere it starts to flatten out, so I've got to try and bring these corners down, have a bit more of a recess in here and a round part there, so that when I get things on here and try to round it off, you know, bits of metal on there and try to make circles, I can get on the thicker part of the horn and still get a round shape, not a cornered shape. So got a lot of grinding down to do on these bits. Let's get back up a little bit here. But generally, I think it's coming along as a reasonable project. I believe it weighs somewhere around 105 kilos. I haven't weighed it for a while. I know I've put over 5 kilos of welding wire into it because I bought a 5 kilo roll, used the whole thing, and I'm working now on my next roll. So a lot of weld and a lot of weight in the material in general. Next time I do a video, it'll be of probably of the finished project, and then I'll probably start doing a video of when I start making my stand for it. Okay then, don't know when I'll get another chance to do much work on it. Hopefully I'll get an hour or 2 this weekend and get this part of it finished. I'll catch you on the next video.